Alright guys, welcome to another video. My name is Cody Groom. Today we have my E92 M3. So recently I actually had to get this thing smogged, and if you're running test pipes in the tune, you're obviously not going to pass California smog. So I had an idea to make a video right now and kind of show you guys what it's like to have a stock tune and have test pipes. Because I know test pipes are kind of an item that it's fairly cheap, right? It's only like, I think they're $300-400 bucks. And the reality of it is, you know, a tune is like closer to $1,000. So you can run test pipes without a tune, but eventually you will get a check engine light. But here's how it sounds, here's how the car acts, and just kind of the overall thing of having test pipes without a tune. And then I'll go ahead and compare it to having test pipes with a tune, and you can kind of see the difference. This is gonna be the Gintani tune. It is their burble tune. I have tried their E85 as well, but this one's gonna be a 91 tune. So right now we have test pipes on, but there's no tune. At first I didn't have a check engine light. It took driving about 70 miles for well, actually I have the service engine lights on right now. But you're gonna have some type of light with it, because the reality of it is you're taking, you know, a stock part off, putting something else on, and the car is like, well, this is missing, where's that? I do immediately notice, now that I've gone back to a stock tune, I'm kind of going backwards here. I've been sitting with the Gintani tune for probably close to a year and a half, 2 years. And it's been nice. Like, I haven't really had any complaints. One of the first things I'm gonna say I noticed is the sound difference. So with test pipes, you do get a different sound to the E92. Definitely think it opens it up a little bit, but when you don't have it tuned, you have no burble, nothing. So for example, like, it still sounds good. I mean, it's still the screaming V8. No matter what you do to this thing, it's gonna sound good. All right, let's do a couple of downshifts so you can hear how those sound. So. Now, obviously test pipes aren't gonna change the way your whole exhaust setup sounds, but they do kind of pair together. For example, a lot of the X pipes that you get tend to make it really raspy depending on your exhaust setup. But I'm just saying here with test pipes, it's gonna change the sound a little bit, but it's not gonna change the sound of your exhaust. So right now we're running a custom MagnaFlow exhaust that was made for this car. If you haven't seen that video, there's also a link right here to hit that video and see it. So I guess what I'm trying to say here is it's not gonna completely change the sound of your car. It's just gonna kind of open it up a little bit, have a slightly different sound. So without a tune, it's leaving me missing something a little bit. It's leaving me like missing that. There's a couple little pops and burbles even on a downshift on the Gintani burble tune that I just enjoy. Like I mentioned earlier, I don't really like the excessive burble. I don't even, like, to get the excessive burble, you basically rev it out to 6K, let off the gas, and you get all these kind of pops. I never really do that. It just feels wrong to be at 6K and let off unless you're kind of going through the canyons. I just enjoy the small little pops and crackles that come with that burble tune. Now, I'm not directly comparing it to stock because from stock to test pipes, you're gonna notice that difference in sound, stuff like that. I would say it's probably worth it to do in a short time to do test pipes and, you know, later on go for a tune. Now, if you're just playing on general and not getting a tune and having test pipes, it's probably not that good of a strategy. I just feel like long term it's a little bit irritating, and it just doesn't feel like it's the right thing to do. All right, so with the Gintani tune, it's basically just a flash. So if you have a Mac, you can't do it on Mac. Well, there might be a Mac version, I'm not sure, but for this particular one, I know I just have a Windows file, so I'm actually using Parallels Desktop. Long story short, just lets you run Windows as a virtual machine. And then from here, the software is pretty simple. It's just literally, you pull it up, you plug it in. With the tune, you get a number of options. So you have like raising your RPM, like the red line, that's an option. You have the servotronics on here. You have burble versus non-burble. You have cold start. Different. I would talk more to them about the tune. I don't want to go into specifics about that, but I'm just letting you guys know that there is options with the tune of different things you can select. So I have, this is the 91. I also have an E85 one from them as well. This is the burble tune, and cold start on, servotronics on. All right, let's go ahead and start this. Okay, so right now we can go ahead and program the ECU memory. So you're gonna click program and then basically select your tune. And there you go. So it's gonna take, I think it takes about 5-10 minutes. All right, so switch this off. Cool. Sweet. All right, that's it. So we're good to go. I'm gonna unplug it. We're gonna go ahead and go for a drive now and see how different it is. Definitely a little difference in sound. Notice immediately the sound, and then the second thing I already noticed is the power is like complete through versus what I was telling you guys before, is that like when I hit that 3,000 to 3,500, I had almost no power, and then 3,500 to 4,000, it all came on all at once. Seriously, like almost immediately the power feels normal again. When you first put on test pipes, it just feels off, the car doesn't know what's going on. Makes sense. And now it feels good. It pulls hard, it pulls all the way through the power curve, and I enjoy that extra bit of sound. So I guess what I'm saying here, you know, this isn't a super scientific comparison between the two, but I guess what I'm saying is you can run test pipes without a tune. Just at some point, I recommend actually getting a tune. All right, let's get a quick pull like we did with the stock tune. So here is from 0 to 80. Okay, that definitely was different. So pull a little harder. I'll put them side by side and we'll see if it's just me thinking it is, because that's the thing. There could be the placebo effect here, and just me thinking that it's going to be better and smoother and faster, whatever, could translate to it actually me thinking that. So when we put them side by side, we'll see if it's actually faster. Well, I guess we won't be able to really tell, but we can just hear by the sound, the shifting. We'll see. without the tune. All right, so I'm gonna do a little rev right now without the tune. That's about 7,000. Little 5K rev. And then like just the one, I guess, to like 3. All right, so that's how it sounds. We'll see how it sounds now with the tune on it. So you can hear a little more pops for sure. That was to about 5,000. Let's do a little bit. There you go. So there's a lot more pops in between, which I enjoy. And then let's do a rev to like 4. So just to give you guys an idea of how it sounds, how different the two sounds. Just to give you guys an idea of how different the two sound between the test drives and the tune. Anyways, guys, that's going to do it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, hit that like button. If you got something to say, comment below, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Later.